The sign you've been waiting for has arrived. A message from your spirit guides. Welcome to the Eclipse of the Heart Tarot. I am not here to tell you who you are or what to do. I am here to hold the mirror so you can remember your own truth. What takes what resonates, leave what doesn't, and allow your heart to guide you home. Also, remember that in the description, you will find the oracles being used today and the timestamps of our options. So, this message has found you. And today we have 3 options. Option number 1, with the soft purple feather. Option number 2, with the blue feather. Option number 3, with the white feather. And now, if it resonates with you, you can also breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Allowing your heart to be your compass, to be your guidance. The sign you've been waiting for has arrived. A message from your spirit guides. So today you have chosen option number 1 with the purple feather. The card that comes along as this opening, it is from the Moon Witch Oracle, and it comes along with the message. This crescent moon card tells us to keep moving forward. You definitely got this. So I can hear the song, don't stop, do it, don't stop, do it. I don't know what the song is. I think I've heard it before as a cheerleading song when they're in a competition or when they're about to give up and they're telling you, do not give up. Do not give up, because even if you cannot see the outcome of whatever it is that is coming, whatever it is that is unfolding, it is going to be positive. All right. So it's definitely confirming. Your guys are confirming, not advising, but confirming that you're not at the beginning of whatever it is that you're going through. You are at the continuation of something your soul already chosen. Even if things feel uncertain, your spirit guides are saying, hey, don't pause now. It is not the time to just take it low or slow or take it back, because the path is already responding to you. So this crescent moon is about momentum in the unseen, momentum in the now. Things are growing, even if they're not fully visible. That's one thing for sure. So your spirit guides are your most lovely cheerleaders. They're here to cheer you up and push you to move forward, because you're not going backwards, not even to take that jump and move faster or to arrive longer, like to just encounter your result at the minute. It is something that you need to give it trust. That's what I'm seeing. Trust, but don't stop, because you got this. Okay. So let's open up some more cards, that way we can kind of like connect to the more like the deeper message. Here we have the Oracle of the Rose Oracle. And we're going to go ahead and open it up. Remember that we have chosen this before, but it doesn't mean that we have channeled yet, right? So here we have the Holy Grail. I love it. I love that red that comes from within. It's like, remember that whatever it is that you're doing, if it comes from your heart, that is your spark on type of thing. But it has its own message. So it's telling you to stop the endless searching, because this is an inner quest. So whatever it is that you're going through definitely can be one of the options, since this is a collective reading. In regarding of what is it that we're going through within. So either you're going through an awakening, and you're definitely asking yourself many questions. Your old paradigm is coming down, the bell is revealing. So definitely it's showing you another face of your life, and then questions comes along, and then you're looking in the outside to find those answers. But this is an inner quest, right? Only not that. Remember that the Holy Grail talks about how we have that liquid, that sacred liquid that we pour down our soul in order to acquire. This is the thing. We just want to get some peace, we want to get some alignment, we want to get some answers, some love, but most likely to be on that balanced state where we feel in harmony, right? And that is only found inside of you. This is just a reminder that you have it all within your heart. It's like when we go ahead and individualize ourselves, saying that we love someone or something, but we do not include ourselves within that love. See? So this is a reminder of including ourselves within it, within the Holy Grail, the peace, the love, the harmony, the joy, whatever it is that comes into this alignment. But not only that, the Holy Grail talks about this sacred fulfillment. Of course, we just talk about what we're thinking that we want, and definitely feeling that we want. So it talks about what your soul has been searching for across lifetimes, not only on this lifetime, it's just every lifetime, right? And this isn't just about love or success, it's also about the alignment I'm talking about, the purpose. So it's like purpose when it has a soul, the divine union. So that's within or with someone, something meant for you, within, with someone, or with something. I believe it comes along with whatever it's tangible and not, but definitely it is guiding you towards your inner quest, your inner knowing, right? So let's open up another card. We're talking about the Mother Rose. I love it. It reminds me of, I don't know, Mary Magdalene. It reminds me of the deities. It reminds me of Saint Mary Jesus. And he talks about returning to each other, having that compassion, that humanity, right? But more than that, it's talking about how you're being held, how you're being nurtured, how you're being protected by that feminine, creative energy, right? But it's more like mothering energy. It's like when you feel safe to take that second step when you're barely learning how to walk, or to get into the pool when you're knowing that you're going to be received by some warm arms right in the pool, right? You're not going to just sink. You're going to be you're going to be held, right? So this energy definitely talks about divine feminine protection, the heart healing. As you can see, there's a connection with the rose here and the rose there, and it's right in the middle. It talks about our center, our heart, right? So then it also brings in some more loving information by letting us know that we are being guided with love, not with pressure, basically. So this is the nicest part of all, because you're allowing yourself to feel and to transcend within that feeling, not being pushed by having to do so, but other than wanting to go ahead and explore that feeling. So just take into account that when your mother is holding you like a mother rose, you are safe to be open again, to open your heart to someone, to open your heart to a second chance, to open your heart to a partnership, an investment, to open your heart to whatever it is that you're encountering within your soul, whatever it is that we need to heal. Then we have the last card of the Rose Oracle, and he talks about the morning dew. I love it because it's like a curtain, but it's not a curtain of smoke, which you cannot see. It's a curtain of just a slightly how would I say that? It is not a smoke. I do not remember what it is, but the steam. Yes, steam. It's like a very light steam that is right in front of you, right? That lets you know that you're, even if you're not able to see it, everything, that steam gives you bliss. It keeps you fresh, and it allows you to start again. It definitely comes with a positive outlook, and it brings in that clarity at the end of all, because this little morning dew, it's talking about how we are not seeing, we are not lost on the smoke, but rather we are not seeing through this beautiful steam that refreshing us, right? So it definitely talks about how it is that this morning dew refreshes kind of like, basically what I'm trying to say is renew. It renews everything surrounding our heart, our spirit, our purpose, our soul. So it's a soft beginning after this emotional release, right? Inner quest, you're going within. And that's where you're going to find your answers, not outside, not in the external, not by someone, but by yourself, your heart. And it's okay for you to hold your heart, to give it out, because you're being protected. Why? You're being nurtured. That, what you're feeling, your heart, your rose is being nurtured. All right? And after all that transition, your new beginning comes with a fresh start. And after just releasing everything, your guides are saying, let the past dissolve gently. You do not need to carry everything into what's coming, because if we don't have that opening, that space, we're going to stay with the old paradigm, with the old beliefs, instead of renewing them, right? So this is definitely a card of a healing, but without that force. You're not being rushed to that awakening. You're not being rushed to that purpose. You're being invited to follow your heart. All right? Okay, so that's for one. And let's go ahead and open these other cards that I also love a lot, and it's talking about the Secret Language of Light Oracle. That's what we're referring to. Here we have two cards. Oh, they're backwards. Like I said, I chose them, but I do not have them aligned. So here we have the card of remembrance, the number 11. I think this is a very powerful card. First, because we're talking about alignment, and here's the number 11, aligning with it. And basically this inner quest is telling you, hey, you already knew this. You're remembering who you are and what you really want in this world. And it can be a little bit tricky, and it could be a little bit overwhelmed, but when you realize that you can remember who is the destined heart to truly love you, then whatever it is that comes along the way, you're okay to just experience that path, to have that experience, because you already know that whoever is holding you, it's stronger than whatever it is in front of you, because it is you, is within you, that it's not going to dissolve, is always going to be there. Plus, your spirit guides are here giving you this message. So what does that mean? That you're being guided all the time, even if you do not see it. you can trust it. Okay. So so basically, that's what this remembrance card it's bringing along. But it's also, I feel like if it's a powerful knowing, a powerful activation, since it is the number 11, a master number. So definitely know that this is not something you're learning. It's something that you are remembering. You already know who you are. And that's what is coming along the way, because you're interfering to what you think you are from what you know you are. All right. So there are a lot of options that come along this card, because remember, it is a collective reading, and it's for you to take whatever resonates and makes you vibrate. Whatever doesn't, just leave it. But this can also show up or talk about spiritual gifts that are reawakening. Why do I say reawakening? I don't know if it ever happened to you, but as of right now, this is what I'm channeling. I remember that in my childhood, I was very connected to spirit. I was very connected to light. I was able to hear sounds from everywhere and unknown, and it was very scary. So at the end of this transition, with the vivid dreams and the message that I was receiving, the souls that had passed to another to another universe, or that are not present here, I was able to see them, those spirits, and it was scary to be all by myself with that. So I blocked all of that, and I'm talking about this lifetime. And this is what is bringing in. So maybe you're reawakening that you have blocked from your past within this lifetime, or you are also reawakening those spiritual gifts that you have had every single incarnation. But also, this makes you feel like familiar with these new paths that are coming this way, but your mind wants to be on the safe spot, on the comfort zone. Now you might be also receiving a lot of deja vus, and that's another confirmation that your spirits want you to know, that are telling you or bringing along the way, so you can confirm within whatever it is that you're going through. Those are confirmation deja vu moments that you're going through. Now, when it comes to the soul tree, I love it because it's the number 2 and 1, number 21. Reduce it to one digit, and it is the number 3. For me, it's coherence, it's Trinity. So it is mind, spirit, and soul. And then I'm thinking about mind, heart, and action, right? As well, which is so powerful because it brings in the alignment towards a very harmonious experience within this lifetime, within this life that you're currently living. So basically it talks about that, but also I can see that it brings in the soul of the tree, and that's what connects me into that message. It connects me looking at it as of you're grounded, and as long as you're grounded and you have a really, really strong root, everything else is going to grow regardless if there's a tornado, great wing on it, and the tree breaks. The roots are going to be very enrooted, which allows you to be reborn again with another perspective, because whatever happens to you, it's not a problem. You're transforming it into possibilities, into learning options as well, into positive thoughts. That does not mean that you're now validating its source or how it hurt it. You are validating it, but you are transmuting it for your own good, not for that other person's or situation, but for you. So basically, your life is expanding through those roots and those branches at the same time. Your roots are your truth, your past, your inner work. But those branches are your expansion, your visibility, your opportunities. What is it that you're reaching out to? And everything that you see as a soul is connected. The soul is the one that is having that experience in this life. Nothing you've lived before was a waste of time, or was to hurt you, was meant to make it harder for you. Not at all. It was actually to teach you. It is what we call the teacher of experience. or the teacher by experience, or the teacher of life itself, right? So here's that. And then we have the oracle. No, not the oracle. Sorry about that. It is the tarot, like seers tarot. We have 3 cards, and we're going to open them up. I think it's this way. And then here's the alignment on them. I love those cards. These are beautiful. So as you can see, we have the Knight of Swords, which is very beautiful, because the Knight of Swords talks about how movement can be really fast, how we're going through these bold decisions, how speaking your truth without hesitation brings brighten or shines within your life, you know. But if something is about to move quickly, that's one thing for sure. Or you are being called to act without overthinking everything, because you know this is your path and you don't have to have everything clear and resolved as of right now. Okay? But also, I can see that there's another message. Remember that this is collectively. And it is how when things get a little bit hasty or hard, you're gonna want to just run. Remember that the Knight of Swords talks about air signs. Aquarius, it's one of them. And this sign, Gemini too, this sign, so that's why we're talking about communication. But this card, it's like looking at the impossible possible and running for it. Come on, there's a motorcycle running by itself, which is crazy. It's driving by itself. And then we have a bird and yourself running, but the shoes are red, so it's being really grounded. It's believing in itself. It's connecting to his heart, and also it's rooted. It's really rooted within you. So what does that mean? You feel okay, safe, because you remember your path. And as crazy, as nuts as it looks, when you look at that motorcycle driving by its own, he knows that he can reach it. He knows he can go and get it. He knows he can keep on going because he got it. He has it. He's gonna make it. Regardless of the distance that it is between them, regardless of the capacity or velocity that it can take, or how magical it is that there's no one driving it, you know, regardless of how it's looking, he is going for it. Yeah, that's another thing. But in another way, I mean, I have to mention it because it is being channeled. I see that sometimes whenever it gets hard, we want to run away. So some of you might want to feel that you want to run away from it, right? From whatever it is that you want to run away from. It could be your actual life, and you just want to go with the spiritual life, with the magical one, with the fantasy one, with the one that makes me feel like a child again, with the one that makes me feel alive. So it's like a running away towards something that for a lot of people might feel very, very like an illusion, you know, like the morning dew that could not allow you to see everything clearly, but it's still you count on it, you trust it. So yeah, that's what I am channeling on number 1, the Knight of Swords. But then when I look at the and also talking about the truth, blue throat chakra, the 6 of Wands, I love it because the 6 of Wands talks about that recognition, that victory, about, I mean, he made it. He actually reached that motorcycle. He went on top of it. He was able to drive it. He was able to get to whatever it is that was his destination. He believed in himself and he did it. He made it. And now he celebrates. He is being recognized. He is being seen. He has a lot of success, a lot of hands up, not because he needed to be validated by the outside, but he's being validated by himself within, and also his team of spirit guides that are within him, around him, are celebrating his breakthrough. That's also referring to his his or hers, what I'm trying to do is making a reference on this card, inner pride. There's a lot of inner pride after a long journey. And that inner pride is not ego. No, it's not. It's reward. It's how you reward yourself, knowing that you can believe on the unbelievable. And it's okay. Because even if it means that it seems like it could be just a dream, you made that dream come true. All right. And then comes the Wheel of Fortune, and also talks about creativity. As you can see, it's very related to that sacral chakra. So lots of creativity comes in the way. Creative mind, feminine energy, but this is more like a masculine energy. I can feel it. I don't know. Then comes the Wheel of Fortune. I love it. The wheel is just crazy. I love this card. Why? Because it reminds me that even though you are not seeing everything with clarity, you don't have the answers of all, and it's very unseen, very unknown, but you're going for it. Take into account that as we are here living our own life, the world is still moving. As if I you know how when you get dirty but then you have to take a shower? Yes, because even if you haven't done anything to get dirty, you know that you have to take a shower because slowly your pores are getting contaminated with dust. Just an example, a random example. And you know that you just want to take a shower, Even if you don't see the dust on your skin. Even if you don't see it when you get a wipey and you rub it, it's dirty, So perhaps we don't have to see it all to know that it exists, that is there. And I know it's a very crazy, I know I've been repeating myself within the same word, crazy, crazy, crazy. So perhaps someone has been called crazy because of what they're doing. And maybe you have been grounded so into your material world that you've been doing everything by the book. And you're following every single aspect of the experience here on earth without connecting to your spiritual, magical side. And they might be calling you crazy, and you might be thinking that this is crazy and this is crazy. And it's okay to be crazy. Because when you're crazy, not in a psychotic way, but when you're crazy enough, you get to see the bigger picture. And you get to connect to yourself rather than to the external. You get to stop wanting to be seen or validated by others and rather have your own little magical word. And what's the best part is that you get to talk to yourself, when you're crazy enough, you get to look at yourself in the mirror or just walking down the street or going to bed and you become your best friend after all. But the Wheel of Fortune comes along saying, even if everything is moving, it's talking about cycles and nothing stays steady. You think that nothing is moving because we can be impatient, but it is moving. Just like how the day begins and the day ends, the hour moves. It just moves. Nothing stays still. It shifts. But here on this reading, there's a strong connection on how this destiny of yours, it's being shifted. Because the cycles are turning and the divine timing is here. So you don't have to push it. It's just going to be there, out there for you without hesitation. All right, so this is not a random thing that just happened. This is not a random reading. This is not a random message. This is an alignment catching up with you. See? Catching up with the motorcycle, with the crazy. It's like we usually run away from spirits, like spiritual beings that you see and you're scared, or monsters or whatnot. But in this case, we are running towards it. Crazy, eh? Again, crazy word. Anyways, so basically what we're seeing here is that the sign you've been waiting for has arrived because you're ready now. right? It wasn't before, it's not going to be after. It's right now. You are ready to receive that now. You are no longer in preparation for it. You are in motion. And what once felt that it was very distant, what once felt like if it was a dream, what once felt like maybe one day, what once felt like crazy, it's now entering your own reality. And your spirit guides want you to know that you are being supported as the Mother Rose, that you are remembering who you are as the remembrance card, and you are being aligned with your path as your holy grail. And things are about to move very, very fast, crazy fast, okay? With the Nine of Swords and with the Wheel of Fortune. There is always going to be a victory already in your path, okay? Because it has been written. That's what I'm hearing. The victory has been already written. So remember that there's always a key through this. And what is the key? To keep moving. Even if it feels uncertain, even if it feels new, even if no one else understands yet, and they call us crazy, because it is the moment. It's the turning point. It's the confirmation. It's the yes from the universe, from your spirits. Now we have the universe has your back oracle. I didn't know what it was called until I believe before yesterday. And I want to see what they want to tell us. Perhaps, they have a message for number 1. Option number 1. I love this card. It is backwards, but it's beautiful. And this card talks, I am the loving energy of the universe. You see? This is so beautiful. The universe has your back. Your spirit guides have your back. Your higher self have your back, you know? This is beautiful. I love it. And then here we have my magical bag. Talking about back. This is my magical bag of runes. What is it? Your beautiful runes. What do you want to tell us for option number 1? Ooh. I believe this is Iguas. I think it's called Iguas or Awas. No, Inguas. Inguas. Yes. There's a lot of names for the runes. They usually have, not a lot, but different spellings. So this is Inguas. I love it because Inguas talks about the seed of creation. It talks about how is it on the third Ayet, which this is the old rune, Nordic rune, and it talks about that relationship with others but also within ourselves, because whatever it is that we work in our inner world, it's going to be reflected also in our outer world. So it talks about the seed of creation, that personal growth, that connection within, that personal what was it that I said, pride, right? That personal growth, that gestation progress, which is the cycles, right? But also talks about that fertility, that creativity, the sacral chakra that comes along its way, because it gives us time for ourselves. It gives us movement without any change, right? So that's why it tells you, hey, maybe you think you're not seeing it, but there's change being made. So it's like when you're being pregnant, I can hear also, I don't know, there's a gestation process right now. It could either be of a project, an idea, an awakening, an inner connection, but also for some of you, I think there's someone going through a pregnancy, an actual pregnancy, and even when the baby is growing inside of you, you don't really feel, a lot of movement or changes in the outside, yes, yet in the beginning, but you know that there's a being growing inside of you, that there's something special growing in, And that is magical when you see the outcome, right? Anyway, so this is the message for today. If this is a message that found you, and it's definitely not coincidence, but it is confirmation, and you feel that you're aligned with it, that you are guided, that you're already becoming what your soul came here to be, and also that you are connected to this message, that you like it, in simple words, it would be great help if you can share, if you can give it a like, or either subscribe. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay. That's fine. I really appreciate your time and that you're being here, but also take into account that regardless of what our cards are saying, our message are guiding us towards to, there's one thing that we always anchor within our lives, and it is that the heart that is destined to love you, it's within you. It is you. Don't forget that. And thank you. The sign you've been waiting for has arrived. A message from your spirit guides. You have chosen from the Moon Witch Oracle the card Curiosity and the Purple Feather. This card has its own message, and it's talking about what sparks your interest. I love it because as soon as I see it, I see a sunflower. I know it's purple and it's pink, but I can see and I can feel the sunflower. That which you hold within, that makes you grab on. You grab onto it, to that thought, that idea, that spark, that allows you to continue growing, to be in, to manifest it, to becoming it, instead of just pretending it, type of thing. So it is a direct question from your spirit guides. What is it? What's that sparks your interest, that sparks your soul? Because this is your doorway. Your guides are not asking you to force a path. They are guiding you through what naturally pulls your energy. Whatever it is that makes you curious about right now, it's your next aligned step. What's that excites you slightly, even if it doesn't make sense just yet, is your soul guidance. But this is so intuitive. This is such an intuitive navigation, not logical planning. It's like when you are being told to follow your heart. So what sparks your heart? Because yes, of course, we can have some things that excite us. Like for instance, it is very exciting when we're going on vacation. Whenever it is that you're packing up your things and you're putting aside whatever it is that you're taking for those vacations, like clothing, what is it that you're going to wear the first day, the second day, the third, what you're going to be doing there, everything that you're going to experience, the fact that you're not going to be at home, that you don't have to worry about the normal chores that you usually have to handle every day. You're focusing on those vacations, and definitely that is so exciting, right? But when we think about whatever it is that we want to do in life, what makes you super, super sparked up? What it's like even gets you nervous? And I'm gonna go ahead and bring this exciting fact into the table, because I think it definitely aligns with whatever was happening today. So I was talking to a friend yesterday. I gave her an idea, just an idea that came out from a video that I saw, and I just felt so connected to it. And I was like, why can we not create a space that is safe for those kiddos out there, and that are exposed and they're still working, blah blah blah. But I know that it could be meant bad, and many things that came along as an idea of social working. It was just a random idea. Well, the answer was brighter, bigger than I thought, because that one person just thought it was an amazing idea, and they wanna propose it to a whole entire city, and in another country. Of course, it's not for here, it's for low income and social work in another country. But definitely that made me so excited that I was trying to make an audio, send her an audio with other ideas, an instructor, because that was just something open. It wasn't a structure just yet, but I had everything on my mind. I was thinking about it. I was just going around and around. But then it got me so nervous and so excited that I felt hyperactive, that I felt that my heart was rushing, that I felt that I needed to ground, that everything was just coming its way, and I wanted to write it, I wanted to express myself. And that audio ended up being an 8-minute audio, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna delete it. So I deleted it because I was like, it's too much, it's too overwhelmed, what's going on. And I was so happy, and my smile was just wide and crazy, and I'm like, I can't stop thinking about that. But that sparks up my interest, my heart, my love. It aligns my mind and my heart, and it definitely gives out an action of helping others who are more vulnerable, but in a way that I'm not saving anyone. I'm just giving tools so they can learn how to save themselves, how to do their own job, how to kind of like walk their own path. They have their own transition. I am not going to put bridges on. I'm just not a bridge on. I am actually just going to be there as a tool myself. So it was just magical. It was just crazy because everything that comes with helping and social working and whatnot, I want to volunteer and all. And of course, I've learned not to sacrifice myself or my family because it could be painful towards my energy and my family's energy. But definitely it's something that it's so awesome, and I've never felt differently other than when having my child, my kiddos, or when getting married with my beautiful husband, because he's just beautiful inside and out. And basically this is what your spirit guides are asking you to follow, to intuitively know what it is that it rises your heartbeat, that it sparks you on. And it's definitely not logical. Like I said, I wasn't logically planning it. I just navigated to my heart and felt that we were able to do something, and an idea came along to support that other idea, and so on and so on, and it developed by itself. And I wasn't even knocking on doors. I was just telling a friend about an idea I have had, but I guess it was something that influenced her, and it sparked her interest as well. So anyways, this is the first message I'm receiving within this curiosity card, because it's very straightforward. It is a question that they're asking you to ask yourself, because nobody else has the answer and they're not validating you. All right, because you're the only one who feels it. It's about feeling it. It is intuitive, right? So here we have the Rose Oracle, which I love. They're just pink and they're so cute. And we're gonna open them up. Wow, Whispers of the Mother Earth. And this is crazy because I just talk about how is it that I felt ungrounded, because I was so excited that I went up to spirit, creativity, not illusion, but magic and imagination. That's the word, not illusion, but imagination, and all these things that makes you go into another world and want to fix it all, but in a very magical way. And it comes the Mother Earth telling me like, hey, ground yourself. And here comes this message straightforward to you, towards you, going towards you, because I think this option also connects with me. And I'm not making it personal, but this is a collective reading. Ooh, this is a collective reading, so there's lots of message for lots of people who feels it. And here, this Whisper of Mother Earth has its own message, right? And I love it. As you can see, there is a woman. It is a mother right inside of all those lightnings and roses, because as you can see, it's just light and rose. Color orange, creativity, sacral chakra, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. That is awesome, because whenever you have something that it sparks your interest, I feel and I can see and I got goosebumps saying, remember to write it down. You can write it down, you can paint it, you can color it, because whatever it is that came as an inspiration, it is a channel message. And whenever we are receiving a channel messages, when we do feel that it sparks our attention, our interest, that means that it is for us to keep, because when it is channel messages that are for others, most of the time we don't even remember what we were saying or channeling. But also, it talks about how our creativity is connected to our earthly matters. We need to ground to be creative. That's one thing for sure. I've gone through it, and it's magical, but it could also be overwhelmed when we're not grounded. Okay. So this card, it's telling you how this is definitely um a grounding call, right? You're being called to get grounded, but telling you that your body, your emotions, your environment, everything matters right now. Not only what you feel, but everything, it's a whole. So go outside, touch something real, listen more than you speak, hug a tree, be barefooted on your home, or just breathe in, breathe out, do some artistic works, do some journaling. There's a lot of messages, I mean, a lot of things that we can do to ground ourselves. So whatever it is that works best with you, go for it. For me, I usually take a shower, and connecting to water is just magical. Your answers, whatever it is that your answers are, they're not only spiritual, they are embodied. And since we have a density within our body counts too, okay? It's very important. It's like we are an antenna and we're receiving lots and lots of energy when that spark is on, and we just feel floating. But we also need to enroot ourselves, kind of like ground ourselves, in order for us to be able to manifest and materialize it, okay? It's like when a tree has its roots very grounded, they are so hard that even a wind that comes along, it doesn't break it, but also its nutrients will come along its way, and that way you can see flowers blooming or fruits coming to harvest. All right, so here we also have, oh, the sun. I love this card. It talks about the sun. It's that card actually felt like, stop talking now and get this out. The sun talks about joy, it talks about enjoyment, it talks about life force, success, vitality, play, but it's also about the will, that I will, that I can do it, I will do it. It's about the solar plexus, whatever it is that gives us the power to do it, what sparks your sun type of thing. And also talks about how we can play through these emotions. Whatever it is that we do, it's very hard for us to love it, or to love what we do, or do what we love type of thing. But in this case, it's kind of like telling us to start recognizing that intuitive message that comes along saying, do what you love and love what you do. Why? Because in order for you to, I mean, in order for you to have a very founded or strong connection to this interest, to recognize this interest, to know that this is not just an illusion of feelings, but other than illusion of feelings, but other, I mean, but rather an actual vitality play or idea, inspiration that comes from our heart, our sun. How do we turn our sun on? Comes along with what we love to do, with the playing around, with being that child again. I think, I don't know, it's just a thought. But definitely it's like the light coming its way and saying, hey, clarity of whatever it is that you're feeling, it's coming its way, but you're gonna be feeling warmth, and you're gonna be feeling that whatever you were looking into wasn't what you really wanted. So your truth is going to be revealed after all this confusing thoughts, or basically you're gonna be illuminated. That's what it is. That's what I'm hearing right now. And something will become very clear to you. Joy is returning, but not from an illusion, but more of an authentic place, more of a heart source place. This is not fake happiness, or it's like, I remember when I was I don't know, I'm not gonna even say age because it wasn't too long ago. It was like 6 years. I remember 6 years ago. Let me say that again. 6 years ago, when I used to think that if I laughed too hard or too much and I had this enjoyment in my heart, afterwards, for any reason, I will cry it out and it will be hard on me because something bad will occur. So I was thinking that everything came with a sacrifice. Before, I thought I needed to sacrifice some laughter to get some tear, and some tear to be happy. But in this case, it's saying this is not a fake happiness. This is earned light. This is something that you're connecting to because you have been working towards it. Then we have the last card of the Rose Oracle, and it talks about sub rosa. For me, sub, it's like a substitute, like a substitute in a rose type of thing. I don't know, crazy, but perhaps it is, because as you can see, it has a triangle connected to its heart, and for me, this comes with a deep message that aligns your mind, your heart, and your action towards it. So it's like substitute your old being to who you're becoming as of right now, for that clarity to come its way, to enlighten, to for the truth to come out, because there is there could be hidden truths in plain sight, So not everything needs to be shared right now. That's the mystery of learning and teaching. Protect your ideas. That's one of the messages I'm hearing. Protect your healing, because you're also healing a lot. That's one thing for sure. That other self that you're substituting it for this new self. Who have you decided to become? But also protect your next move, whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, just internalize it, integrate it, because this is a sacred incubation. Your guides are saying not everyone not everyone needs to have access to what is growing inside of you as of right now. Because that is growing inside of you is your you of abundance, of vitality, of integration, of mysteries that come its way, of channel messages, of ideas. But that idea of yours, whatever it is that is coming along, I don't know if you're starting a new project. I don't know if you're going to open up a business. I don't know if you're investing on something. I don't know if you are planning on moving out of the state, city, home that you're at, and you want everything to go smoothly, and you don't want to attract that other dense energy towards whatever it is that you're planning to do, and you just want to keep it to yourself for now, nothing, because you're being protected too. Take that into account. Nothing that comes from you within, from your heart, is going to be destroyed, basically. I could say that, but rather there could be energies that can make it harder. And why does it need to be harder if it comes from your heart, Or they can just take your idea away. I mean, anything is possible, but I'm not saying it in a mean way. I'm saying it as in a very innocent, creative way. So here we have the Secret Language of Light Oracle. Now, we do have 3 cards because three cards came out on the second reading, not on the first, and I like to go along with whatever it is that is connecting to. Love it. 32, 32, that reduce goes to 5, Divine Masculine. Healing. Remember that we were talking a lot about healing, that you're going through this healing process, and it definitely has to do a lot with your Divine Masculine 5-5, and the energy is very included. Plus, if you look at these 2 cards, both of them have wings, and the wings are pretty similar. I mean, They're kind of like the same type of thing. But one of them talks about variance and the other one talks about the healing itself. So for some reason, I feel there's a lot of masculine healing, and what the sun is sparking within you, it's that masculine power to materialize it, not to just dream about it and have it as a thought and have it as something that you cannot achieve, but it's there in your daydream and it's just imagination, and you're not putting it into material. You're not manifesting it into this material world. So this divine masculine comes along through that healing. But definitely this card with the number 5, healing, which connects me to, for me, I resonate with the solar plexus chakra, this golden light or yellow light. For me, the number 5, that's what it connects me to. And this is an active healing, not a passive healing. So you're clearing definitely something deep, emotional, some ancestral, some energetic layers are being released. And this can feel like you're being tired, you're emotionally are having waves. You're needing that solitude, that silence. You might be feeling that you want to recharge, and that's okay. Give yourself some time for that, okay? Because this divine masculine card comes and says this is about action, structure, and direction, but also about the truth and acting with truth and passion and instinct, but in balance with and within you, with the feminine, which is the intuition, the feeling, the imagination, the floating around in the sky, but also the masculine, the divine masculine, that is movement, decision, grounding, and action, right? But action comes from the truth with the divine masculine. It doesn't come with the force or the pushing it. It comes with the strength of the lion, that is not just, angry and bad and mean, but scared. And that scaredness contributes to his action of being his strength, to having that force. But then comes with the energy of the sheep as well, that has been soft and kind and lovely, vulnerable, but not weak. So that's the actual action, You need to definitely go in within to whatever it is that you feel, to act on what you feel and not just feel it, So I love these cards. I love these 2 cards that connect us to what this reading is. It's talking about what spirit guides are telling us, and then comes the variance card, and this variance card tells us about how things are not going to look how we usually expected, because everything can come and go, and the colors of the spectrum can seem like we have blue, we have green, we have yellow, we have red, but really when we look at a rainbow, we're just seeing the main colors. We're not going deeply into them and seeing the colors in between whenever one laps the other, So remember that this can mean a change in plans, different routes, unexpected outcomes that come its way, right? But it's so divine, directed. It's divinely directed. It's not going to be chaotic. It's not going to be chaos, It's just a trustworthy shift. Even if it can be very, very unfamiliar, it's definitely going to be lightened. I love it. I love how this comes along and says so many things. And we can think that not at all, but remember to take whatever resonates with you, whatever makes you vibrate, because this is a collective reading. And there are lots of messages for all of us. Here we have the Lyseer Tarot. We have 3 cards on it, and we're going to just turn them around. And here we have the Knight of Wands. I love her hair. And we have the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So, what is it that is going on with all these nines? First of all, nine connects me to an end of a cycle. It's not just yet the beginning, but it is the end of it, right? We are on the ending cycle of all. We're going to get started with number one again with that new self, that mysterious aligned self, because it's no longer just divine feminine energy, but also divine masculine energy, and putting that together with the yin and the yang, right? And it's smoother, but take into account that it's not just it's not gender, it is definitely an energy, even though we have to recognize here that there's a lot of feminines on the card, right? Now the 901s, why do I start with that? Because as you can see, we have two ones, right? So it is mayor energy of ones. And I want to get started with this too. But of course, 901s, since it is the end, we start with that one. And it talks about how you have been through a lot. That's one thing for sure. And I know this fire might have felt that it burnt you, but it didn't. And I know that you feel tired, but you're still standing, and that's okay. You can do this. That's why that solitude can definitely make a change in your healing process, and that's how you're going to protect your resilience. All right? This is the I didn't quit card, even when it was hard. Okay? Because this reminds you how closer you are. It's another perspective of what is it that you are mirroring yourself towards to, this is how far I gotten, because I am not what have happened to me. I am the result of that. Oh, I love it. Then it comes the 901s, of course, and it comes and says, hey, even though you've been going through a lot of things, even though that fire might have felt that it has burnt you, this is the movement. This is the spark returning after that exhaustion, after that tiredness. It is a sudden urge to go, to do, to create, to move, a bold step forward. It is that energy of, I did it. I've lightened up my heart. And then it comes the Nine of Swords saying, hey, your mind might be feeling a little bit weird, since you can be holding on to fear, to overthinking, to anxiety, to all those old worries, replaying and replaying in your head, to all those stories that you have encountered and whatnot. But here's the thing. This is the only thing not aligned with your current path. And it's important to know that perhaps it might feel overwhelmed, especially because that's what we think divine masculine is, the mental part, the mental side, and thinking and thinking and thinking. But it's not. It's not to hold the thinking. It's to connect the thinking with the heart, with the intuitive answers that comes within your heart. So your guides are very clear here, and it's saying your mind is behind, but your whole soul has already moved forward. And if you connect them both, it would definitely come along with how can you connect it? That's the question, right? Because they're just talking to me and telling me, hey, so how can you connect it? Tell them how you can connect it with the grounding. You can ground your mind, not by clearing your mind and just have it wiped out, because it's not going to happen, but by grounding you can definitely connect your heart to your mind and have that coherence to act out from the heart, changing our thoughts and alchemizing our feelings into actions. Anyways, so basically this is what they're telling us. You are in between two versions of you. The one who is tired, overthinking, and holding on. And the other who is so curious, so alive, and ready to move. And your guys are just gently asking you, which one are you choosing now? What sparks your interest? What keeps you going? All right. So you are definitely healing. You are being redirected. You are being protected. That's one thing for sure. Even though they are advising to keep it for you, you are being protected, because otherwise this reading wouldn't be here right in front of you, allowing you to know this, right? And you are being so prepared to act. But not everything needs to be rushed or revealed or known. Some things are growing in silence. Some things are meant to be sacred. Some things are still becoming. Okay? So just trust it, move with it, and protect what is still unfolding within you. Now we have the Oracle of the Universe Has Your Back, Oracle. And we're going to ask, what is it that you want to tell us, Universe, that you have our backs for option number 2? Ooh. On our last one, only one came out, and here 2 came out. So here we have this card, and it's talking about when I am in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. Oh, I love it. Yes, that's true. When you are aligned. And then we have this beautiful bird. And it's telling us the more energy and intention I bring to my fate, the more fearless and free that I am. I am what I am. And here we have the magical bag of runes. Here it is. So let's see what our runes are going to tell us. Option number 2. Runes. Ooh. I love this rune. It's definitely a very strong rune. It is Nautis, and he talks about the second ayat, which is the emotional and the psychological conditions that are present within us. So it definitely talks about it, which is crazy because emotional, feeling, psychological, mental. So it's talking to us about resistance, about the life lessons, the innovation, the invention. Could be also the need. So it's the necessity of aligning our emotions with our mental state. Very, very in tuning to our reading, and I love it. Anyway, so this is the end of our message. I hope that you liked it. If it was something that it resonates with you, make you vibrate, you really were aligned with the message, and you can always help me out with liking, subscribing, or sharing. Really appreciate it. But please, regardless of what our mental state is saying, and our cards are guiding us towards, take into account that the love that is destined to truly love you, the heart that is destined to truly love you, is within you. It is you. So take that into account. Remember that when you're in alignment with the love of the universe, you're in alignment and in peace within yourself. All right? Thank you. The sign you've been waiting for has arrived. A message from your spirit, guys. So you have chosen option number 3 with the white feather. And the Moon Witch Oracle card series. This is the love and the mother yourself card. Talking about Ceres, which is a goddess of abundance, of nurturing, of love. All right. So love and mother yourself. This is the root of everything. It is not on a surface level. It is a self-love that is reparenting your soul. The way you speak to yourself, the way you hold yourself in pain, the way you allow yourself to rest, to receive, to be imperfect. Do not know it all. To know that as we mother and we go through that experience of mothering, we also become. Your guides are whispering Become the love that you were waiting to receive. Include yourself in the love that you give others. All right? Do not validate yourself through the love that you give. Rather, include yourself within it. Because the moment you do, everything around you will change. And you'll see. That's the same way that you're going to be so thankful that through the thankfulness, the greatness that you're finding right in front of you, you're going to be able to manifest. I'm sorry. So here we have the Rose Oracle, and we're going to connect to it, okay? Let's see. So we can open more to the message. Ooh, the child within. I love that. Mothering the child within. Held by the universe. And the Rose of Venus. Yes. So we are definitely deepening into our alignment, the alignment with our relationship within ourselves, the harmonious part of the child that we have within, the inner mother, the inner innocence, the inner child, the gentleness, the tenderness. But to be sure that you're okay to be given that love to you, and to open your heart to others, or to the other someone, because you are on the soil of protection, and that unseen help is here to support you, to give you that community, to give you that help, to hold you, to make you feel protected. So this time it is just the perfect time. Now with the card, the child within, that's the first message I channel, so remember to take what it resonates with you. I do not have the absolute truth, so you take what vibrates. The child within. There is a younger version of you still present. That's one thing for sure. And it's not broken. It's not lust. It's just waiting there. It's not lust. It's just waiting, expecting for you to see, to hear, to choose. This is not about fixing your inner child. This is about finally choosing her or him to be part of you, to be able to mother yourself, to nurture those sides of you that you never do. All right? There's no one hurt rather than not being seen by you, not by anybody else. All right? Then we have the Rose of Venus, and I love this card because it definitely talks about our divine feminine rising, but not the version that are shaped by wounds. It's the version that is shaped by worthiness, by softness. That softness that come along without the weakness part. Because we can definitely be soft, meaning to say vulnerable, but not weak. That magnetism without having to go chase it. You are becoming this receiving energy. So it's like the gift, the exchange. I give and I receive. I receive and I give. Why? I'm including myself in it. So you don't go after love anymore. Because love, it's recognizing you once you include yourself within it. The card of being held, it's talking about how you're not alone on this process, because you might feel like it, especially when you're not including your love, your being, your harmonious side, your inner child, all your whole being into this love that you're given. So even in your most silent moments, you are being supported, you are being guided, you are spiritually embraced, you are being held, and you don't have to carry everything by yourself anymore. So spirit guides are saying like, hey, wait, you can do it, put your mind into it, but I can hold you. I love it. This is amazing. That's the first part of it. Now we're gonna connect to our secret language of light. Yes, oracle. We also have 3 cards on our first option. Only 2 came out, and I usually go with the flow. So on our second and third options, third cards, Three cards are coming out. Wow. Here comes a visualize, number 17. See a lot of abundance, but something awakening and lots of creativity, and it's just so much light. I love it. And it's like your self as of right now and your inner self that is inside there, your inner child that is there, not wounded by seeing. So visualize. Number 20, soul writing. I love it. There's an angel on this card, as you can see, in the middle too. So I think it talks about alignment as well, but it's talking about that yin and that yang. It's talking about mothering, loving, and understanding and accepting ourselves, because we do have many sides of ourselves. We are white and we are dark. We could be good and we can have bad things too, depending on our own individual perception, of course. But everything comes along saying that we unify both, and that's our whole self. So we have the soul writing, and then we have the 33. Oh my God, I love it. Number 33, soul love. Soul love. So, so aligned. All right. So when it comes to the secret language of light oracle, and with the soul written, the soul writing card, your soul is trying to speak through you. That's one thing for sure. Not just journaling, but also channeling. Okay, so write what you feel, write what comes without filtering, write even what doesn't make any sense, because it is just a message for you to hear. Right? The truth is trying to come out of your body and into a form, to make form to those true feelings. And writing can definitely help you out, okay? That's kind of like the intuitive, spiritual message that's coming my way, but then the writing materialize it. It makes it into, it converts it into matter. I see it like that. That's how I am visualizing it. And then comes that visual card with number 17. And he talks about how you're being asked to see your life different before it fully arrives. You see the lotus right here, the lotus, and then he has the inner kiddo right there, and it's holding lots of light, but I can see wings, and I can see wings here and wings there, because the inner child wings and my own wings, right? So imagine yourself loved. Imagine yourself at peace. Imagine yourself fulfilled, not as a fantasy, but as a preparation. How are you visualizing yourself through that love? Because you're including yourself within that love. You're no longer separated from it, like if it was a distance thing prohibited for me to feel within, but rather than feeling it, giving it. All right. So it's definitely not a fantasy. It is a preparation that you are being fulfilled. You are fulfilling all your needs, your love, your sacred mothering. Okay. And then it comes number 33 with the soul love. This is the frequency of unconditional love. That is one thing for sure. So it could be also talking about a soulmate. And this soulmate talks about different person who had been with you in different lifetimes, and just comes to teach and learn at the same time with us how to give ourselves that love, to be including ourselves within that love. So it is not only romantic and it is not only external. This is something that has to do with you as well. And it is when is it that can activate? It activates when everything you attract changes, when everything you tolerate shifts, when everything you calling becomes aligned. You see, so whenever you include yourself on that love that you're giving, you're seeing what is it that you want to feel rather than what you want to give. And you don't feel like you're giving too much and you're not receiving anything. You're not feeling broken, you're not feeling empty, you're not feeling distressed, because you're definitely feeling that whatever it is that you're giving is changing. Everything is changing. The way that you receive, the way that you you open your arms to, you know, I'm seeing an image right now on myself saying, or I'm implying how we're not used to receiving. We don't know how to receive. I mean, if someone would tell us, hey, I invite you to the movies, you end up paying for some reason. And you think that's okay because it makes you feel worth it, but then you're not allowing the other person to have that how do you say it? Sovereignty? Yes, I think that's how you say it. But to have that thought or that gift, or to give, because there could be people who need to give too, you know, who needs to give, aligned, feel like they can tolerate giving, and you can feel that you can be open to receive. Anyways, that's basically what I'm seeing. I don't know why it feels kind of like confusing and, you know, and dense for some reason. So here we have the Lysair Oracle cards. Ooh, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. For me, Ace of Pentacles comes along saying, hey, your material world is going to start aligning. There's a new start. And your Queen of Pentacles comes and says that you are in serendipity with your material gain. So your mental status is great. Your emotionals are great. Your emotions are great. So what does it mean? As you can see on the triangle, I am seeing your heart, your mind into action, a new beginning. Something is being seeded and it's going to bloom. I also see as your spiritual in your material world aligned. I also see a lot of abundance coming this way because you're doing what you like, what you love, and you're including yourself in that transition, making it gentle, making it aligned, making it seem like if it's just super stable. So it's definitely a new beginning that is being offered. It's not chaotic, it's not rushed, it's stable, it's grounded, it's real. And this can also mean a new opportunity on a job, a new path, a new version of your life, a new soulmate that is coming your way, a renewal of a relationship. But it starts from how you value yourself. See? It definitely starts from how you see yourself. And then it comes the Queen of Pentacles saying you're stepping into self-sufficiency because that nurturing and that grounded gives you abundance. You create safety within yourself. You become your own foundation. And this is something that your spirits are saying. Take care of yourself. So life takes care of you and others at the same time, you know? I love it. And this Queen of Cups by itself, it definitely talks about how we master our intuition, and our sensitivity. How you feel deeply, but but now you're not drowning in it. You are guided by your heart. You're not controlled by your wounds. And this is your soft, fully power being awakened. Meaning to say that by your emotional stability in your material mental foundation, the way that you take care of yourself, your action definitely shows the value that you give yourself. All right? So, in other words, you are being asked to hold yourself, to love yourself, to reclaim yourself, because the love you've been seeking was never outside of you, was never missing, was waiting just for you to recognize it. Your guides are showing you that when you mother yourself, you heal. When you heal, you rise. When you rise, you attract what is already yours. This is the rebirth of your energy. Not loud, not forced, not rushed, but deeply real, soft, and powerful. I just love it, and there is no other words to explain it. Here's the I got your back. The universe has your back oracle. I love it. I got your back. So let's see, what is it that the universe wants to tell us. The 2 cards flew out. And wow. When I lean on certainty and fate, I change my mind about the world I see. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Fear of the mind aligned with the love of the heart. And the action is seeing the world with more compassionate eyes. And here we have the back of runes. And see, Heaven. I did not trick you. It was randomly. And Hevel is the rune of exchange of a gift. I giving and receiving an interchange of love. I am being included. The way that I include myself is the way that I am receiving the love that I am. And this is a gift exchange. That's what this rune means. So we came to the end of the reading, and if this was something that you really like, please, it would be of great help if you can share, if you can like, or if you can subscribe. Either or, it is fantastic. If not, it's okay. Just go with whatever resonates with you. But please take into account that the heart that is destined to love you, it's within you. It is you. Thank you.